Don't worry, we're not gonna mess this one up. Watch this. Whoop! Look at that. We did it, Chris. That's supposed to be. You're supposed to be watching me on that, bro. You're supposed to be making sure that I got that.
Been slacking.
I know, man. It's okay. We didn't mess. We didn't mess up. We don't mess up here. You messed up. No, you didn't mess up. You guys never mess up. If you're here, you did not mess up. Well, I don't know. Maybe they did.
Maybe they did.
All right. Well,
Life is compiled of choices and moments, okay? And in this moment, you've chosen to be here. Whether that's a mistake or not is up to you.
you know, yeah. Here, I'm here with you. So we're in this together. Let's do it.
We're all in this together. Okay.
307 Reacts is in this together. We're here with you. What's up? I'm Matt. That's Chris. On the screen in front of us, we have our good friends in No Resolve, and they're doing a rock version of Hallelujah.
Yeah.
It just says Hallelujah Goes Rock. This is at Leonard Cohen cover by No Resolve.
Yeah.
So Leonard Cohen's the original artist for Hallelujah.
Well, the original writer and composer.
Yes.
And
Yes. Okay, cool, great. Yep. If you guys don't know No Resolve, we have a few videos of theirs on our page. They're awesome.
They like to use fire. A lot of fire.
Yes. And they just have this really cool new metal-y sound about them. They're from... Where are they from?
I want to say Idaho, but I know it's wrong.
Iowa, maybe? I thought it was something. Anyways, they're from that place. Yeah, we've really
I want to say Idaho.
We've really become. They might be Boise. Are they from Boise? Are they in the Boise scene?
They might be.
I don't know. You guys might come across.
Here's what I do know: lead singer. He has a fantastic TikTok, and the way he promotes his music is so good. He's like, you may know me as the guy who delivers your package, and he's a UPS driver.
Oh, okay.
And he delivers packages and stuff. He goes, when I'm not doing this, and he rips off his UPS uniform. And he's on a stage, like playing in front of thousands. Like it's so
cool. That's good. That's good advertising. That's good marketing right there, man. So yeah, we're gonna check out their in the spirit of our Christmas week. We were going to check out. Look, full disclaimer: we were going to check out a voice play video. They did
the
Chipmunks song, the Christmas song from the Chipmunks. We recorded that one. We have video
we
files.
Recorded half of it.
Yeah, we recorded our half of it. Screen cap didn't go, mainly because we didn't press the go button.
Whoops.
So that's a whoopsie on us. So we're just going to move forward, pretend that didn't happen, and we're going to watch this one instead. So Hallelujah Goes Rock by No Resolve. Let's just get it. Merry Christmas, everybody. Let's go. It's got that.
I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, and the baffled king composing hallelujah, hallelujah.
Yep.
She broke your throat and she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah.
Let me pause it right before the high point. Hey! Okay. You guys got to let us know. It probably says it down in the description. In fact, let's just check that now.
Sure.
Whoever's playing violin for you guys is doing an amazing job.
Let's see.
Okay?
Yeah, I was going to,
Does not say.
It actually doesn't say.
Okay.
Who's
anyway,
your violinist?
Whoever's doing that, she's doing a fantastic job. She's got that very Lindsey Sterling type of vibe. She's got the movement in there. And let me tell you guys something else, okay? A lot of people, when they think of like rock music, violin is typically one of the last instruments that they think of. However, it adds so much, even though you don't notice it as much, right? I believe it's Black Veil Brides. No. Yes. Black Veil Brides, Andy Black.
Yeah, huh?
Saw them live. They had a violinist come on for 1 or 2 songs, and let me tell you, hearing live rock music with a violinist will change your life. It's so amazing. The guy, he had kind of like a guitar strap looking thing, and then he had this, like, you know, a violin typically goes on your shoulder. He had this like mount on his violin to where he could clip it into his shoulder and it just hangs out there, right? So he had it strapped to his back coming out first, clipped it on, played the intro, sat down at the piano, took his hands off the violin, set his bow on top, played a piano piece, and then come back to the chorus and fucking, I mean, dude.
The violinist from Yellowcard.
Yeah.
That dude ripped all the time. There were a couple songs on some of their albums. The hell, Lights and Sounds, I think was the album name. Might have even been the song name also. I can't remember. It's like the first song on that album. Dude, there's like an electric violin solo in that song that like you're thinking like pop punk band, electric violin. But dude, it just
works.
Rips, and it's like what? And it is a thing in the pop punk world. Yellowcard is like a hot topic, you know, because it's like a lot of people they're not privy to the violin thing. They don't. No. But for me, I heard that shit and I was like, that's dope, dude. Yeah. That sounds great, man. Like I don't know. It's just a different sound that you don't hear, and it kind of is it was like the thing that set them apart. Yeah. They also had an incredible drummer. If you ever go back and listen to any Yellowcard fans out there, if you go back and listen to their old stuff, their drummer fucking ripped. Yeah. Like it was always such an understated thing in that band. Like there's a lot of punk bands out there whose drummers were just phenomenal drummers. Oh, yeah. They're just so underrated, you know. And I feel like Yellowcard was one of them. You listen to their drummer, it's like, damn, dude. He's always moving and doing something crazy. Crazy-ass Jamaican boy back there behind the drum kit just ripping it, dude. It was awesome.
I'll tell you this. If there's anybody watching who's local to us that plays violin, please hit us up. We would love to bring you in on a couple studio projects. Yeah. I'm sure we're going to run across a band at some point in time. It's like, you know what? We try a little violin in this. Hey, why don't we call so-and-so?
You ever palm muted a violin before? Let's throw it on a punk song and see what happens. I don't know. I'll try it. Yellowcard did it. Maybe we can too. Let's go.
I think that's how the original should have sounded.
You know my opinion on that kind of stuff, bro. Boys, I have a question for you. Now, we didn't establish where you're from. Regardless, it's a bigger city than where we're from. I think we've talked about this on the channel before. When you're in a bigger city, like let's just use an example. Let's say they're in some big city in California.
Yeah, okay.
Let's just say you're in Los Angeles. Let's go Los Angeles, big ass city. You're in Los Angeles, and you're in. Maybe that's too big. I don't. Regardless,
let's just say Boise. City. Boise's pretty big.
Sure, big size city, and you're in a band, right? And you're putting out songs, and you've got this music video that is like, as far as I'm concerned, a professional production. Like, you have multiple camera angles, different locations. Like the production value is through the roof, and like you've got the whole everything is where it needs to be. Like you are. In terms of being a band, you've got your shit in a bag. You've got it all figured out, right? You get all your shit, put it all in a bag.
So that way it's together.
So it's together. You're doing the damn thing. How many other competing
artists are on that level in a big city? Because I would think that there would be at least
one.
I would say a handful of other bands that are doing that. So like, does it become this level of competition? Does the level of competition like increase when you get into a bigger city because you all of a sudden are up against these other dudes who like let's say I wanted to be in a band and move to wherever No Resolve was at. Well, now I'm in a band and all of a sudden we have this. Now I know it's like a friendly competition, but at the end of the day, it's like, you know, it's kind of a race for views and to try and get on tours and do that thing, right? So like now I'm coming into this music scene where I've got this band who is doing the damn thing.
Yeah.
And now do I consider that the bar, or like is it just one band doing their thing and then we're doing our own thing? Like how does that all work in a big city?
It depends upon your goals. Okay.
Yeah.
So. Like, for instance, when I lived in Spokane, okay?
A big city.
Insidia was the small fish in a very big pond, okay? Nixon Rodeo and Free the Jester pretty much ran the music scene around there.
And that's crazy, too, because isn't Spokane like 500,000?
Yeah, maybe more.
So 500,000 people, and there are 2 bands
that are just running the thing.
That are doing the damn thing.
And when I mean running the thing, I'm talking these guys have opened for Journey. I mean... like big arena, they have played and paid their dues. Okay, their video production is like amazing. Everything looks great. However, the one thing that they didn't have that No Resolve has is the online presence, right? Mm-hmm. So No Resolve, I mean, is consistently putting out videos. Okay, so that's what's going to set them apart from every other band in town.
And they're not shitty videos. They are very high-quality productions,
but
man. Like,
here's the thing. Views online doesn't necessarily translate to seats in your
faces
town.
At the show. Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
So I'm kind of curious to see what a show looks like in their hometown. Whereas Nixon Rodeo, they could sell out the Knitting Factory, and they have. Same thing with Free the Jester. And the Knitting Factory seats 2,000 people.
That's crazy, dude.
Like, so...
And I guess that's just... the differentiator is
what are your goals?
How hard are you willing to work to make it happen? Because, you know, to get a production like that, you can't just decide to start a band with a bunch of other people who don't know how to do recording and like all of a sudden you're going to be like, oh, tomorrow we're going to have this production come out. Like that's not how it takes. Tons of time, or takes good money to pay somebody who knows how to do that to do the thing for you. And then you have to spend time in the studio, and then you have to spend time rehearsing, and then you have to make the video. And that, like, there's a huge barrier, I guess, between being just like a local band and being like a local band who wants to do the damn thing, right?
And the biggest barrier is like if you don't have the equipment to do it yourself, the biggest barrier is money.
Yeah, cash. Yep.
Like
cash is
that's
king,
the
man.
biggest thing.
Cash
because
is king.
Recording studios are not cheap.
No, dude. Even nowadays, like even if you're gonna pay. The recording studio has changed. This is the recording studio now. But even if you're going to pay to go in and do that with somebody,
I mean, Jimmy Hill, a single was $1,200.
You're still paying. Yeah, you're still paying a lot.
That's,
you know,
that's not a video. That's not an EP. That's one song.
One song, and that's probably not mixed and mastered. It's probably mixed.
That's mixed and mastered.
Is it mixed and mastered?
Yep, out
okay,
the door,
right.
$1,200.
I mean, still $1,200 for one song. Walk out of there with one disc.
So I know Nixon Rodeo told me their last album, I believe it was called High Voltage or Voltage. Cost them $12,000 just for the audio. They shot 3 music videos, and those 3 music videos cost them $3,000.
So you're looking you're $15,000 to get your name at a place where it's going to be recognizable and noticeable. And honestly, it's not like these bands are just going in and like taking out a loan for $15,000 and just like, okay, this is what we're doing. No, like they pay for this stuff over time, and they save money, and that's how
their shows.
That's how you do it in a band. Like the way you go on tour is you play a bunch of local shows and save the money from those shows, get paid at those shows first of all, and then save the money from those shows and use that to rent a van and go on tour. And then on tour you sell your merch, and that's how you make money to pay for the tour, and then come home broke, and then you start all over again and go to the next location the next time out, right?
Yep.
I don't know. It's crazy to me because we don't really have that in Casper. There aren't I would say any band that wants to start in Casper has the same barrier to entry as any other band.
Yeah.
You're just another band on the scene, And you're, as far as I'm considered, your first show is like most other bands' 10th show around here. Like it's kind of no different.
It's pretty sad.
There's a lot of the same kind of thing going on. So we don't really have that thing. But like we watch we watch these bands that are coming out that I'm like, what the hell is this, dude? Like,
what does it feel like to be in their local scene?
Dude,
like
if I was in a prominent band in my town right now, and another band came out with a video like that and that sound, I would be like, fuck, dude.
We got to get our shit together.
They are working. Like, they're working way fucking hard. And so it would inspire me to be like, damn, dude, we got to get our shit together. This is crazy.
It starts as inspiration, and then there is some sort of friendly competition, like you're saying. It's not that you're trying to be better than them. It's, oh man, we got to get our shit together get up there.
This is the shit that Casper's putting out now. This is the shit that Boise's putting out now. Like, oh fuck, we're behind. We need to catch up, dude. Like this is an amazing production. Mm-hmm. So that kind of a thing, like that's what I'm kind of getting at. Like the barrier to entry in Casper, and I would say most of Wyoming, is like, come on in.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a band? You need to play your first show? I got a place you can play. And I got these other bands that have
and we're trying to change that.
That's kind of what we're trying to we're trying to alleviate some of that in Casper. Kind of like make that little barrier, you know, like and not necessarily.
And it's not a barrier to keep other people out. It's more of a we're trying to build a platform where local artists can actually be recognized for their hard work.
Exactly.
Even if it's not local people watching them.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you this. If you go up to a local, hey man, I just put out a new music video, they don't give a shit.
They're not going to give a shit,
but
bro.
I'll tell you this. You get one band that puts out one good music video, and then a second good music video, and then a third good music video. All the other bands in town are going to step up their game.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I immediately would. It would immediately make me go, oh shit. First of all, who shot that?
Yeah.
Who recorded that? Like, where are these people getting their work done? Because they found the gems, they figured them out, and I need to figure out who's doing that. I need to get a little bit of insight from them, and then I need to start fucking working because I'm way behind. Like that's the way that I would look at something like that. So kind of a crazy thing that like I would say that's kind of one of the advantages we have out here is like you're not going to get looked down upon in your scene for being kind of amateurish out here. Like, and that's not to say that that's a good place to live. That's just saying that like. It's not going to be as hard to kind of get motivated to get up and do the thing out here, you know, because it's not a very fast-moving scene out here. So you have time to do your thing, you know what I mean? So take that as a sign for any musicians wanting to come to Wyoming. There's tons of open opportunity out here. All you got to do is work. You just got to work super fucking hard.
And I'll tell you this, all the local bands, I can only think of one that's really working their ass off. And they don't even, I mean, they're barely known in town.
Yeah, they're on a bunch of no-name radio stations. But they make posts all the time, and they make content, and they have merch, and they're consistent.
Well, I'll say two then, because I know which one you're thinking of, and I'm thinking of the other boys who are in here. They're not there yet, but they're working their ass off.
Yeah, those are our little
gems.
Yes, that's our little gem. We're gonna turn those boys into they're gonna be amazing. They're gonna be the next fucking Nirvana, I swear to God.
With that, man.
Yeah,
I give that a 5 out of 5 all day.
I think No Resolve is starting to live in that space, man. That 5 out of 5 space. They're working so hard, man, and like their productions are crazy.
And they put out multiple. Typically, they'll put out at least from what I've noticed anyway, one video a month, maybe two sometimes. God, the guys never sleep.
Look at the editing. Look at the light work that went into that.
They also work full-time jobs. That's the crazy thing to me because like me and Matt work full-time jobs, and then we have this, and then we try to make music videos on the side, and then we help another band make their music videos, and it's like
we're both in relationships too.
Where does the time go?
Yeah, it disappears really quick. So, that was an incredible production. Way to go, guys! 5 out of 5.
Yeah,
that's it. Merry Christmas.
This episode as much as we did. Be sure to leave a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, click the bell, become part of the notification gang. And with that, we'll see you guys next time. Bow.